Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. So the freak show, the comedy show continues. Three Stooges are back in action trying to salvage Alliance for Season 36. As many of you know by now, first war of Season 36 will not be counted. The official start of the season is meant to be postponed to August 19th, so later today. And this war is basically a wash. It's an extended off-season war. And the real kind of the first reason for it is one of the things that I covered in my yesterday's video highlighting all the problems with Alliance War currently, and that is the fact that you could bring in the blacklisted champions, the champions that are meant to be universally banned, like Hercules, like Human Torch, and that entire system was not working even though it was said it's going to be fixed before the start of this war. It wasn't, and it resulted with people bringing in these champions. Now, keep in mind that in typical Kabam fashion, that isn't even the only issue here. Keep in mind that we're talking about Kabam, and when it comes to these relatively complex issues and management of Alliance War seasons, Kabam typically likes to build like a multi-level cake, stacking different colored pieces of shit on top of each other. Because it's one thing if you can bring in Human Torch and Hercules, even though you shouldn't. But the real funny part starts when you actually do bring those champions in. Because here is the post of what happens. So, you're a player joining Alliance War and figuring, hey, Hercules is there. Thought he was going to be banned. Maybe not. Maybe I was wrong. I'm going to bring him in and I'm going to use him to, clear my path. And then you enter the first fight and it crashes and you lose half of your health and attack bonus. And then you enter the fight again and the same thing happens. And the same thing keeps happening again and again and again. That's right. It's seemingly that MCOC kind of still tries to reinforce the rule that Torch and Hercules should not be in this Alliance War season, therefore the game gets confused. So, the base idea is that you're trying to enter a fight with Hercules. The game says Hercules is meant to be banned for the season. This is illegal. And at that point, it explodes. A white antimatter field appears. The entire universe gets consumed. And obviously, your phone crashes. And now there are a ton of people stuck in Alliance War with Hercules and Human Torch on their teams without being able to use them and probably unable to clear their nodes because they have like one support champion maybe or just one champion that's, absolutely not appropriate for those fights. So yeah, this war is a total kerfuffle and obviously it doesn't count. But here's the problem. The problem is in a question that nobody has asked yet, that I have no doubt is going to surface in a very near future. You see, this war likely is going to affect Alliance war ratings. As in situations like this in past, it always has. Whenever Kabam made a decision not to count a specific war, those wars still ended up affecting Alliance war ratings because they get freezed for the 2 weeks in off-season. This technically is a season start. Even though it shouldn't happen, it always does. Now, if I'm wrong on that, hats off. I'm going to give at least a tiny bit of a credit cookie to Kabam for sorting that problem out. But I'm almost willing to bet that this war will affect the Alliance war ratings, which obviously will push some alliances down from tier 1 to tier 2, or, from tier 3 to tier 4, which will let some alliances climb a tier. And that is something that shouldn't happen, because this war is an absolute farce. The results are not genuine. There's a lot wrong with this war, and there's a reason why it's getting cancelled. So Kabam obviously can try to adjust the war ratings to what they were prior to this war finishing. However, if past is any indicator, that typically brings another slew of problems because they have yet to be ever able to do it without issues. Every single time they have tried to adjust Alliance war ratings because of a cancelled war from the season, it has caused a lot of inaccuracies, it has caused a ton of problems to many different alliances, and effectively always has made situation even worse. So I'm afraid to inform all of you, dear viewers, that this is by no means the last installment in this Alliance War Season 36 comedy series. The farce is likely still gonna go on. Because here are the two options the way I see them right now. This war is going to finish. People are going to notice that they dropped a tier or their rating decreased, and they're not going to be happy about it. They're going to go to forum and ask what's happening. Kabam's going to have two options. Whether they can tell to these alliances, even though we fucked up, even though this war should not count, even though this war should not affect your alliance war rating, tough shit, it does. We can't do anything about it. Get over it, you plebs. Which obviously is not gonna go down too well with a whole bunch of players, at which point Kabam's probably gonna need to engage their Nazi forum protocol mode and just shut down all discussions and delete all the posts and conversation about it, which obviously inevitably will be extremely fun to watch. Or Kabam will actually attempt to sort out this issue and perhaps provide us with a shocking revelation that they are capable of doing it. But as I said, based on past precedent, every single time that they have attempted to manually adjust all of the alliance war ratings, they have always fucked it up royally. Now, perhaps they have hired some new people that are technically more capable, or they have figured out a new way or method of doing so. But let's be real, it's Kabam. Instead of hiring a new person working there, they probably just bought a new pinball machine, or the new CEO got a new yacht, or whatever profit MCOC made got spent on Disney Mirrorverse or something like that. So it's highly unlikely that there is some sort of advancement in that field and they have improved their capacity to run this game any better than they have in the past. So we are just in the middle of this. If you guys thought that this one war consolation and then the rest of the season is going to go smooth, is how it's going to go down, I'm afraid to disappoint you. It's extremely unlikely. First of all, it's extremely unlikely that Kabam will be able to resolve all of the issues plaguing the current war season. They have just barely fixed Conduit, fair enough. Perhaps they will fix Blacklist and Whitelist, remains to be seen. I'm quite doubtful as to whether they will be able to fix the alliance matchmaking issues within a day. Because if they could have, they would have done it by now already, because all of those problems have been brought up for over a week now, I believe. So that again leaves us with two possible options. Either they could have fixed all these problems before the season started, and they just couldn't be bothered, or it's unlikely that they will, because they can't do it in the time frame. So I would not be surprised at all if we see more wars cancelled, then or the season pushed away further, or who knows. But I am 98% sure that there are definitely going to be a couple more comedic videos about current Alliance War season. So let me know what you guys think. How is this going to play out? Do you think magically within one day Kabam is going to be able to sort out these issues and the rest of the season is going to go smoothly, or the best is yet to come? See you soon, guys. Hello there, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information about the